Hi, I'm Andrew Stevenson, and on today's video I'm going to show you how to make a craft paper pad. I'll just quickly set up the document. So craft paper pads are just pads of paper with patterns on them, which people use to do crafty stuff. Scrapbooking, collage, anything of that nature, any sort of paper craft. So I don't need margins, but I'll leave them on because they're harmless. I do need bleed because we are using images and they will stretch to the end of the page. So this is the basic page. Again, I do 8.5 by 8.5. I think square is often best. And then it's just a simple case of putting an image on here. I'll show you what I do and how many pages I have, the sort of layouts that I use. We'll do the garden patterns. My best seller is the steampunk by far. But I'll make a new one here. So that's it. Just make sure that the entire image covers the bleed, which this one does. And that is one page of your book. I will just add a couple of pages before and add a couple of pages afterwards. So what I do originally, or what I did originally, was use page 1 as a title page. Generally something like craft paper pad gardening, and then I leave page 2 blank, image on page 3, leave page 4 blank, put another image on page 5, and again another image on page 7. Now these images are similar. I would use different ones just to give a bit of variation in the book. So I used to just do 4 images, and then duplicate that. So the page is 40, be 42 pages really, because page 41 will have a back to it, and that's it. That is your basic craft paper pad. You put a nice title page on, you get your keywords right, choose your topic of picture in relation to your keywords and your niche research, and that's it. It really is that simple. Put a nice cover on and the cell. What I do now is, originally I used to make my own images to put on here, but these images I used in the wall calendar video I got from Creative Fabrica, and again always check the license. But for this particular case, it says you can use the images unedited in any physical end product. So it would be fine just to print this as it was. And because I get the images for free, now I add double pages on. So so the back of each page has another image on. It just gives people more of a choice, so they can use one side or the other. I used to leave the blank page just because for a start it meant I only had to use 4 images, whereas doing the double page I use 8. And also sometimes I think a blank page is useful. People don't want to see another image coming through the back of the paper. So that's it in its basic form. I'll just put a text box on there. Gardening, and that's it. You can export it as a PDF for print and then stick it on KDP with a cover. Another thing you can do is if you were to use, I'll just do another image here. Use a PNG because I know these are transparent. So because that's a transparent background, you can change the colour of it yourself. And we'll change that into a nice pale yellow, and we'll drag it underneath. So in this way, if you're going to repeat images, you can use a transparent background and change the colour. So there's no reason why you couldn't have this image repeated 2 or 3 times throughout the lot with a different colour on the background. Another thing you could do if you want to make it a bit more dense, the seamless patterns I think work best for this. It's just to copy and paste over there, and then you get it becomes more of a dense pattern where people could cut this into strips or ribbons, and use it as a border. That's it. There's nothing else to it. Choose your images carefully, get them connected to your niche, make sure you have the right rights to use the images. If possible, make your own. There is a good way to make repeating patterns seamless in Affinity Publisher, in Affinity Designer, which I will do a video on. And it's just a really simple thing that took seconds to knock up. So you could get loads of these up for sale in minutes. You could have a full range of these sort of books. I say Steampunk was my bestseller, still is, sells very well. And the layout up to you. The reason I chose 41 pages is because it keeps the cost low enough that you can charge. I charge $6.99 for mine, and I make a couple of quid per book. If you're happy, you could even charge a little bit less. I don't like it when people charge such a small amount that they make 25 cents on a book. I think that's pointless. But yeah, you could charge. I charge $6.99. You could charge $5.99 and still make over £1 profit. So that's it. Make the interior as niched down as possible as well, and it's the cover that sells the book, so put a lot of time in your cover. If this takes you a minute to make, you've got the time to invest in cover making. So that is it for today's video, just a short one but I did promise to show you how to make these craft pads. Have fun with them, design them, be aware of licenses. Please do like, comment and subscribe to the channel. It really does help me out. Thank you very much.